this is an example that actually of impact that started before the book was published, but where I think the principles that are articulated in Learning to Improve were clearly alive, and that's the work in Chicago on that we talk about in how a city learned to improve its schools, about the improvement in high school graduation rates. For decades, only 50% of the students who started high school in Chicago uh, eventually graduated. Uh, Beginning around 2000 and then moving forward, that graduation rate increased from 50% to over 80%. And it occurred during the same period of time when academic standards were rising and evidence of academic learning was also simultaneously improving. And if you look, as we described in the other book, actually, it's written up now in a few different places. It's basically a story of following the improvement principles of small groups coming together, focusing in on for 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 decades. The system kept buying programs, trying to deal with students who had fallen off track, who were in danger of dropping out or at risk, and none of those programs worked. But really zeroing in on understanding what were the key processes. Something was happening to students as they made that transition into high school in ninth grade. Students who were doing fine in eighth grade, 6 months later, were failing courses and were becoming chronically absent. They began to really zero in on key organizational processes that were occurring there, and you could see this kind of improvement that occurred over time. So this, you know, and this was in the third largest public school system in America. So if you can do it in a place like that, where have all the problems that large districts confront, there are really powerful lessons about this kind of work really making a difference in student outcomes.